that is very nice. Okay, as you saw from the cover of my video, there was a little stair, okay? A stair like that, okay? And this stair, okay, for us, it's the career path, okay? That goes like that, okay? This is day 0, and this is toward the end of your career, okay? What can happen in your career? So what would be right for me? Action. Since there is a lot of competition, would the transportation engineering complete my portfolio? Action, I don't know, it all depends on your portfolio, but if your portfolio is made of sketches and restylings of existing cars, and not with good skills, because in engineering nobody's asking you to sketch the way I do, the way I teach here, I think that your portfolio will have a problem, okay? So that's what I say to everybody. In that case, in your case, you have to go and take a master in transportation design if you are a student in engineering, okay? All right, so now, if this is, the graph or the chart of all the steps, we must know that this is, the first step is designer, okay? And then from designer, we move on to expert designer. And then we move to lead designer, okay? Lead designer. And then lead designer can go into different type of career development, which is management. So here we get into management. Okay? Real, ciao, sir, how would competing for an internship after school look like? Real, it's very simple. When you go for an internship, it means that you are a student of car design or transportation design bachelor or master, and it is already organized by the school in a certain time frame, and there is no problem of the school look alike. You have to make a portfolio that is an internship portfolio, and the companies that looking for students to offer internships, they know that you are for an internship, therefore you are still a student, and your portfolio is not a professional final portfolio. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so here we have management, and we have design manager. Okay, we have design project manager. Okay, then we have also the senior, like me, project manager. Okay, then you have a director, and then you have the highest is the VP design. Okay, so now all this it's in a time frame. Okay, so here we have time. Okay, so here we have time, here we have management. Okay, and here we have, I would say, creative designer job. Okay, I hope that this is clear to you. Now, the most important thing that we have to check on this chart is the time. So if I do this, okay, I have time frames that are those ones. Okay, Those are time frames. It means that when I am designer, okay, wait, I change. Okay, so it means that when I am a designer, I have between 5 and 7 years, 5 and 7 years. Let me use another marker because I think that you cannot read with this red one. So I will use a dark green. Yeah, like that is better. 5 to 7 years of work, okay, to move from a simple designer to this step, which is expert designer or more experienced designer. So when we do that step, it means that during 5-7 years of our life in the design studio, our management, okay, plus the HR department head, the manager for design HR, okay, they analyze our work during those years, and then they decide that we deserve to move up, okay. Dwayne 29, sir, what do you think I should do since my country has no car design, transportation design course? I really want to be a car designer one day, but too bad we don't have a car design course or school. Dwayne, which country are you from and which is your age? Please give me this info. Write it down, okay? When I will read it, I will answer to you. No problem. So, they decide that we can move up, and we move up. And we become expert designer or experienced designer. This means that we have more knowledge, we have matured, more know-how, more knowledge, which is not only creative, but it's also technical. When I say technical, means that the designer is capable to read a technical drawing. It's capable to read the technical drawing, okay, and it's able to make compromises and understanding how he has to adapt its creativity to some hard points. So it's showing, it's starting to show a certain type of professionalism and responsibility in using the creativity so that it does not become a problem to realize that project, okay? So when we see that there are people young that are able to make that synthesis correctly, we think, this guy is ready, to get more experience, to get more responsibilities, and to be more important within a design team that is working on a specific project. Ciao San, okay, Philippines, 15 years old, okay, Dwayne, 15 years old is good because you are young. So when you will become 18 years old and you have to choose university, I suggest you to go to study transportation design abroad. So in Europe, in USA, wherever you want. I made a video about all car design schools offering Bachelor. I suggest you to go and check that video on this channel, okay? Car design schools, you will find it. It was during a live design talk. And there you will have all the instructions you need and all the informations so that you can decide what to do, okay? And of course, you have to talk to your parents because this is an important project for your future life, professionally and also on a human point of view. Therefore, this is something you prepare with your parents, okay? Anish, so any emotion in your sketch, but well, if you are okay, but as John usually says, okay, good. Thanks, Anish, for your comments. So, when when you get to expert designer, then you have again between 5 and 7 years before you can become a lead designer. Now the difference between expert designer and lead designer is expert designer, it's the difference is that expert designer, you are a designer that is capable. Hi Lautaro, same do a bachelor or a master? No Lautaro Gary, it's not the same. Bachelor is 3 years or 4 years. Master is 1 year of sketching plus 1 year of master. So there is a big difference between the two. Lautaro, there is a beautiful video I made where a lot of people was watching this video. They are still watching the video, which is exactly bachelor versus master in car design. So I suggest you to go and check it out. Dwayne, the most important thing is do step by step. Don't get hyper right away. Step by step. You have to go to a car design school when you will be 18 years old, okay? So your university will be a bachelor in transportation design if you can, and if you decide to do so. And after we can talk about job, okay? But the first step is school. All right, so the difference between expert and lead, the lead is somebody that is starting to manage in a horizontal way, okay? Horizontal way, starting to do some management, okay? And this management is soft management. Means that he is not a boss, okay? It's not a boss, but it's somebody that can advise those people here. So he will lead a small team of designers trying to help them to work their creativity with him to make sure that what they produce will be appreciated by management and will also appreciated by the rest of the company that is in that team for that project. Engineering, marketing, product planning, suppliers, all that stuff. Okay, all those people. So, lead designer, in around 5 years, okay, can become design director or design project management. I would say first design manager, okay, I made a mistake to reading. He can become a design manager, and eventually from design manager he can become design project manager senior, which means that the experience so high that this guy here, this is my position today in the company, this guy can become eventually director, and then it becomes of the age. There is also the age factor, but we will talk about the age just after, okay? So as you can see, when you go into design management, you will start sketching less, you will start drawing less. Your creativity is not the most important thing here. The most important thing is that you are a designer that knows how to be a manager, managing people in creativity, but also managing people within the team that is making the project. It means engineers, marketing people, which means relationship that you will have. Ciao Andrea, welcome back. Which means the way the managers, do their politics, their strategy to make sure. Saluti a Nicolò. Ciao Nicolò. Che piacere. Grazie. So when you move there, you go over, the bar of management, and you get into this part. So you will be more active with the strategy, design project management strategies, design project management activities and practices, okay? And of course, if you do well, you will move up until director, and I hope for everybody the opportunity one day to go to VP, okay? VP, which means Vice President Design. Okay, this is very far. But I would say that between this point here, design manager, and VP design, we have a time frame, okay, that is between 7 to 10 to 15 years. Okay? Now, in all those steps, okay, all those steps, we get something because of the HR, okay, rules, company rules. Those are company, career, development rules that are managed by the HR, and those people here influence the HR strongly so that the career development is acted on certain specific people, you know? This means that those people that are managers, of they manage those ones, they will look over their performance, they evaluate that performance, and they decide after a few years whether that performance and that person is so good that he really deserves to move up. Okay? Alright. Now, let's do another graph, okay? So here we have the age of people, of designers, okay? Or employee. And here we have the time, the years that go by. Okay? Today we are in 2022, 23, 24, 25, you know, going on. So now what happens? This is the most important thing for you that you must know, everybody, all young people must know, is that when you are designer, okay, here, you will wait 5 years before you can move, 5 or 7 years, before you can move to the next step in career. That's all. The age of designers that we hire in general, okay, I don't want to say only us, in general, car design studios, okay, at their first experience, the age, the entrance age, is between, wait, let me write here, like that. Here, it's between 23 to 26 years old. We can get also people 27, but 27 years old is really limit. This means that one person no, but I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they only look at the age and not the talent. They look at the talent, of course, especially in design. There is such a high competition. Talent is the most wanted thing, but the talent is also, and creativity, it's also something that is concentrated mostly in people that start out of school. And therefore we need young people. And that's why we go and search people that come out of school between the age of 23 and 27, in which there are also people that are not going to school. They are a little bit older, okay, but they have a very strong talent, they have a super portfolio, and automatically we think about those people. So those people will start here, and before they make their step, okay, they have to wait between 5 and 7 years. which means that somebody 23 will make the move when it will be between 27 and 30 years old. Okay? This means that at the age of 27, 30 years old, we have people that are already experts or lead designer. That's what I'm trying to explain today. So when I say the age factor, that's what I want to explain to everybody. The age factor, it's very important because at the age of 30 years old, you are only here. And by the time you will become design manager, you will be 35, 36, 37. And by the time you will become design director, you will be 35, 37, 40, 42. And then when you will be 45, okay, 45 years old, you can be a director, a super director, or a VP design. You know, you can become a VP design around 47, 45, 50, okay? 50 years old. So, when people ask me, hi Divyam, welcome back. So when people that are 30 years old ask me, can I become a car designer? And therefore, what do you want me to answer? 30 years old company means that you are already an expert designer, expert, or a lead designer. How can I take at that age somebody that starts here? You know? Ciao Fantasy Garage, welcome back. So, when I talk about the age factor, that I want you to understand this. And understanding this, you will understand that in some cases you have to hurry up in getting your master. You know? Because you want to have a master and get off a master when you will be 27, the latest. 27. And if you have a bachelor, the bachelor must be between 23 years of age with your bachelor, 26 or 27, the latest, with your bachelor. That's what I'm trying to explain. And I know that this makes a lot of people mad. And some people are against me, saying, what the hell are you talking about? I am 30 years old. I'm gonna go to school because I can pay the school, and with my talent I will make it. Yeah, maybe yes, and I hope you're gonna make it. But when you will start school at 30, you have to add plus 3 years of school, or 2 years of school if you do master. Okay, master. This is bachelor. Okay. Then you have to add plus 6 months to get a job. So you will start a job virtually. I think that this age factor applies a little bit everywhere. I'm not sure 100%, but there is not a case. It's not a case that 18 years old students go to transportation design university and they start right away and they get out when they are 22, 23, you know. So that's the thing. So when you will be 33 and a half of age, or 34, okay, or 32 and a half, or 33, because maybe it's gonna take 1 year to find a job, which happens, 1 year to find a job. So let's go back here. Between 33 and 34, we are already in design management. We are here in this spot, design manager. I started to be a design manager at the age of 30. Design manager. Now, how do you want that an HR department, personnel department of a company takes your candidature when in the HR grill your age corresponds to this management? So when we are talking about that, you understand that you cannot start here at 33 or 34. Not in a big company, not in a global company, not in a big brand. Maybe you can do it in a small studio. So I'm not saying mob deep. I'm not saying it's impossible. But for those that believe that they can start from zero at 3 years old or 26 or 27, then you have to consider small companies, which are called suppliers. Okay? Design suppliers. Because those are small companies. Alright? Can we have a portfolio analysis session so that we will have an idea about what level was? But Bardouage B, there is already a video I made on that. So please go and check it. On my channel there are more than 400 videos, believe me. And I already did that one. So you can see the images that I showed in that video to explain the quality, the talent that is required as a young, fresher designer, coming out of school. Okay? Thank you, Patriots. By the way, if you want to offer me a coffee, okay, please do it. Super sticker, super chat for this incredible free lesson. I go get a little bit of water because I am dry with my throat. I'll be back in less than a minute. Less than a minute. Okay, so I am back. So design suppliers have a studio in general with around between 15 or 20 people. Okay? In those 15-20 people, they have designers, they have a lead designer and design studio director. Now, those structures are small structures, okay? Therefore, they don't have all the HR, policies from the big company. They follow small companies, policies and organization. Therefore, what I explained to you here, in a small company, all this, it's reduced. And if they find somebody that is 30 years old, that has a good portfolio for them, that they consider to be talented, they will take him in the designer's studio. Much, much easier in those suppliers, design suppliers, than the big company. The big company is completely different. And then there is politics. There is a manager. How can a manager manage somebody of the same age? It's complicated. Also from a human point of view. I cannot say to somebody, hey, look, I don't agree, whatever you're saying, I need this done this way, please do it. A guy of my age is gonna tell me, hey, who the hell are you? A young person has everything to learn. It's humble, it's in the phase where it's constructing its career. Okay, so it's more open-minded to listen, to learn, and to mature with the time. No. Hey Sammy, yeah, my question would be what would you suggest for an older person to focus on in terms of skills content or portfolio? I think that people that are older, okay, let's say that there is a guy, let's make this scenario, okay? Scenario age factor, okay, let's call it that way. All right, so we have Frankie, okay, that wants to design. This is the pencil, okay, and he wants to sketch, and he wants to go to work. But Frankie, he went to engineering, let me say in Italy, okay, or in India, and now he's 25, 26 years old. And he wants to go to school because he wants to change. He wants to do design. So Frankie has two options. Option A and option B. Okay? The easiest way is that he goes for a master. Okay? Master will have 1 year, which is prep year, which means skills. Okay, but this is only 1 year. Okay, only one. In 1 year, Frankie has to learn everything, because after he has another year, 1 year, that is the real master. He will have 2 or 3 projects to develop, and then he gets his certificates. Okay, all right, and then he will have also his portfolio. Now, what is the value of that portfolio? That's the most important thing you have to think. The value. Because the value of this portfolio is the total, the sum between this year plus this year. Let me see. Can you briefly explain how to be a design strategist? I mean, we will do this another time, Anish. If I talk about strategy now, I'm gonna in 15 minutes I have Vedant waiting for me for my online course. Now let's say, and when he will be out, okay, he will be 28 of age plus at least 6 months to get a job. So it will be almost 29, okay? Because then we have summertime, holidays. So when we talk about when companies hire people, it's in general in September or in February, March, you know. So 28, it's already big risk, because 28, it's already over the 27 age that I put here. So it's already a big risk. Now he can go to Bachelor. He goes to scenario B because he really wants to become a good designer. So this guy says, I don't care about the master. I want to go for a full Bachelor because to me that's the best way to learn. And he's right. Or she is right. So we have 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. First, second, third. Second, first. And here you will have a bachelor. And this will be perfect. Because as you know, as I say all the time, Here you learn the basics. Here you learn the development, design process with some projects. Here you do your internship. And then here you do your projects, sponsor, portfolio, thesis, which is very important, okay? So when you go out, in this case, somebody from 25, 26, he will be 29, 30 years old, plus the 6 months or 3 months to find a job. And will come with a perfect bachelor and of course a better portfolio. Why better? Because he has 3 years. And what's happening with the master? Let me show you. Let me show you, because you have to think about this. With the master, you taking those two and you put them here in 1 year. And then you take this one with less projects and you put them here. You understand? So when you look at this and you have to spend money because all this has a cost, what is better? But the problem here, it's this Frankie, because Frankie starts with 25 or 26 years of age. That's the problem of Frankie. Because if Frankie was 18, okay, wait a moment, don't move, I take another paper, okay, another paper. Patriots, you have to draw on big paper, A2, A3, A2, and that's enough. A3 is already enough. So let's suppose that now we have another scenario, okay? And the scenario it's about Isabel, nice girl, Isabel, a nice girl, okay, that wants to sketch cars and wants to become a designer. And we hope to find always more ladies in design. She went to school and she's 18 years old. Now, Isabel, that knows how to sketch because she sketches a lot. Okay? A4 it's good. I always sketch on A4 format, Asian. But today, because today with Photoshop you sketch on an A3 format, A4, A3, and then you print or you make a virtual presentation. And my time in school was big paper because we did not have Photoshop. So we had to do everything by hand. All right. So now Isabel, what she's gonna do? She's gonna go for a bachelor. And because she's 18 years old, she wants to go to a very good school, and the excellent school, there are 4 years, not 3, 4. So she goes for 1, 2, 3, and 4. First, second, third, fourth. like schools in USA. Art Center, CCS, okay? Just to give you an example. But there are some 4-year school also in France, not in Italy, but for example, Pforzheim, I think it's 4 years or 5 years. So she will learn the basics, she will exercise the basics, and she will start transportation design. Then she will do, design process. She will do projects, development, rendering, Photoshop, everything, all the things that I did not list here, but same thing that she will do alias. She will do model making. Okay, here too. She will make her internship at the 3rd year. Then she will do the last year, and the last 4 months are for the thesis project. She will do sponsored projects. She, of course, during all this time, she will exercise her skills really well. Yes, Merdad, yes, that's what I did. I did in 3 years, because I never stopped. I started and I finished straight. 3 years. Unless Art Center it's 4 years. If you take summertime vacation. I never took vacation. That was my way to recuperate. Okay? So when she will come out, she will be 22 years of age. She will have her bachelor, 4 years, and she will have a portfolio that probably will be really, really competitive, because she had 1 extra year. She has also a portfolio that will be probably very creative. Why? Because she's 18 years old, she's very young. The younger you are, the better is your creativity. If you start at 25, 26 to exercise your creativity with school, your creativity will never be as creative as somebody that is 18 years old. So between the two, who has the best chance to get a job in 6 months? So that's the end of our live. Okay? I wanted to talk to you about that, because I think that this is clear to understand how we start here, how we start the career, the age factor, the master, the bachelor, the creativity, the talent, the portfolio. Here you get the scenarios, which are the best scenarios, so that your portfolio, okay, counts the best, because he's really the most talented, because there is the best, it's gonna be the best creativity, quality, all that stuff. Okay? Alright, so now that I told you that and I showed you that, let's come back. Let's bring down this camera. Okay? Alright? Now it's 3 minutes to 6 p.m. Vedant, I know that he's waiting for me. I really hope that all this it's really useful for you. If you are confused with all those charts I made, please rewind the video and go and check the video again in some spots, okay, in some time frames, so that 22 Patriots, you are perfect. Get a bachelor right away. Go for a bachelor in transportation. You will come out at the age of 25, will be perfect. Believe me. Besides, I already seen in our design studio 2 people 22 years old hired, 22 years old, okay, this year. And in the past I promoted 3 interns that were 19 years old. We let them finish school, both bachelors, and when they were 22 we hired them. Okay, so I hope you guys that I was clear. I hope you enjoyed this this topic, okay? And thank you very much for being there. Don't forget, next Tuesday we'll be here sketching together, because we have to keep sketching, exercising all the time. Start sketching, okay? All right. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a good weekend. And go and check my channel, Watches for Passion, okay, here on YouTube. I want you to become my followers there too. Beautiful watches, okay? Ciao.